morning, Eagles. I'm Bristol.
And I'm Sarah.
Please stand for the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Hey, Bristol, how much do you know about the holidays?
Not a lot, but I bet Chloe does.
Let's watch Chloe play holiday trivia with some teachers.
Good morning, Eagles. I'm Chloe from the Eagle News Third Hour, and the type of story I have for you today is a soft news story. A soft news story is a story that is composed in a less serious nature and is not time sensitive. Since the holidays are coming up, my story will be a holiday trivia game with the teachers. The teachers will be asked questions about holiday songs, holiday movies, and more. I'm here with Mrs. Sullivan, Miss Paddock, Coach French, and we're going to be doing some trivia. First, you will have 30 seconds to name as many Christmas songs as possible. Go.
Silent Night. Jingle Bells.
Deck the Halls.
Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree. The one from a movie.
Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
You have 10 seconds to try to name all the reindeer.
Dasher, Dancer, Comet, Vixen, Prancer, Rudolph. Did I lose some? That's all I know. Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, Vixen, Comet, Cupid, Donner, Blitzen, Rudolph.
Rudolph. You know there's Blitzen and Blitzen.
In the 1964 classic Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, what was the name of Rudolph's faithful elf companion?
Buddy? Herbie. No. Hermie.
Scotty.
The final question for today is, whose eyes are made of coal?
The snowman. Frosty.
Yes.
Frosty Snowman.
Here are the teachers' final scores. Congratulations, Miss Paddock. You won with 18 points. Thank you, Mrs. Sullivan, Miss Paddock, and Coach French for doing some holiday trivia. You might have learned a few holiday facts, so thanks for watching, and back to you, anchors.
Hey, Sarah, do you want to go see a movie with me this weekend?
I don't know what movies are out.
Ethan knows. Maybe he can tell us more.
Maybe.
Eagles, I'm Ethan from Eagle News Third Hour. Today I will be doing my soft story. It will be on new movie releases, so hope you guys enjoy.
The Possession of Hannah Grace. A shocking exorcism spirals out of control, claiming the life of a young woman. Months later, Megan Reed is working the graveyard shift at the morgue when she takes a delivery of a disfigured Clav. Creed 2. Life has become a balancing act for Adonis Creed between personal obligations and training for his next big fight. He is held up against the challenge of his life. Facing an opponent with ties to his family's past intensifies the impending battle in the ring. The Front Runner. Senator Gary Hart captured the imagination of young voters and was considered the overwhelming front-runner for the 1988 Democratic presidential nomination. When his campaign was sidelined by the story of an extramarital relationship with Donna Rice. Green Book. A working-class Italian-American bouncer becomes the driver of an African-American classical pianist. On a tour of venues through the 1960s, Ralph breaks the internet. 6 years after the events of Wreck-It Ralph, Ralph and Vanellope, now friends, discover a Wi-Fi router in their arcade, leading them into a new adventure. Robin Hood, a war-hardened crusader, and his Moorish commander mount an audacious revolt against the corrupted English crown in a thrilling action-adventure packed with gritty battlefield exploits, mind-blowing fights, geography, and a timeless romance. Fantasy Beasts, The Crimes of Grindelwald. At the end of the first film, dark wizard Geralt Grindelwald was captured by Magus with the help of Newton Scammard. But makes good on his threat. Grindelwald escapes custody and has set about gathering followers, most unsuspecting of his true agenda to raise pure-blood wizards up to rule over non-magical beings. Instant Family. When Pete and Ellie decide to start a family, they stumble into the world of foster care adoption. They hope to take in one small child, but when they meet 3 siblings, they find themselves spreading from 0 to 3 kids overnight. Widows, the story of 4 women with nothing left in common except a debt left behind from their dead husbands' criminal activities. Set in contemporary Chicago, aimed a time of turmoil, tension builds when Veronica, Alice, Linda, and Belle take their fate into their own hands and conspire to forge a future on their own terms. Dr. Seuss's The Grinch. The Grinch tells the story of a cynical grump who goes on a mission to steal Christmas, only to have his heart changed by a young girl's generosity holiday spirit. Funny, heartwarming, and visual stunning, it's a universal story about the spirit of Christmas and the indomitable power of optimism.
Thanks for watching my story on new movies. Now back to you, anchors.
Do you want to know something we shouldn't do?
Drugs?
You know who knows a lot about drugs?
No.
Titus does. Let's go on over to his story about drugs.
Hello, my name is Titus from the Eagle News Third Hour. Today I'll talk about drugs. You should not do drugs because they are bad and unhealthy. Don't do them because they can get you in trouble. The average amount of people that die from drugs every year has been rising, and since 1998 it was 15,000, and now it's a little bit above 45,000. Drugs are now killing people more than guns and diseases. 2017 was the worst year, and more people are suffering from drugs every single year. So I think it's pretty obvious why drugs are bad. They can kill you, they can get you in trouble, they're really unhealthy, stuff like that. The drug that has killed people the most by overdose is heroin. Heroin binds to and activates specific receptors in the brain, naturally occurring chemicals called neurotransmitters that bind to these receptors throughout the brain and body to regulate pain, hormone release, and feelings of well-being. When MORS are activated in the reward center of brain, they stimulate the release of the neurotransmitter, causing a reinforcement of drug-taking behavior. The consequences of activating opioid with externally administered opioids, such as heroin, depend on the variety of factors: how much is used, where in the brain or body it binds, how strongly it binds for how long, how quickly it gets there, and what happens afterward. People who use heroin typically report feeling a surge of pleasurable sensation, a rush. The intensity of the rush is a function of how much drug is taken and how rapidly the drug enters the brain and binds the opioid receptors. With heroin, the rush is usually accompanied by a warm flushing of the skin, dry mouth, and a heavy feeling in the extremities. Nausea, vomiting, and severe itching may also occur. Thank you for watching my story about drugs.
Have you heard about the earthquake in Alaska that happened recently?
No?
Rachel did a story on it. Let's take a look.
Good morning, Eagles. I am Rachel from the Eagle News Third Hour. I will be doing a hard news story about national news. 116 cases of AFM have been confirmed in 31 states. Acute flaccid myelitis, or AFM, is a polio-like illness that affects the nervous system, especially the spinal cord. It causes weakness in the limbs, difficulty breathing, drooping eyelids, and in extreme cases, paralysis. A winter storm that brought blizzard-like conditions has moved from the Midwest to the East Mississippi Valley this Monday. Parts of Illinois recorded snowfall totals above 13 inches as of Monday morning, while areas in Indiana, Michigan, and Wisconsin also saw significant snow accumulation. A 7.0 magnitude earthquake shook Alaska Friday morning, prompting tsunami warnings for several cities across the state. According to the United States Geological Survey, the earthquake struck about 10 miles north of Anchorage, around 8:30 a.m. local time on Friday. It was followed by several aftershocks, including one at magnitude 5.7, and prompted tsunami warnings by the United States National Tsunami Warning Center. Now that you know the most important stories for the week, you're all caught up on our national news. Back to you.
How about we head over to Jonah so he can tell us about the Xbox and PS4?
Good idea. Let's check it
My
out.
name is Jonah, and I'll be getting your Christmas list ready by talking about the PS4 Pro and the Xbox One X.
To start out, they'll both look really good, and there's arguments on which one looks better. For the most part, they have the same games like Fortnite, Madden,
Patrick Mahomes taking it in, and the Chiefs are able.
and Call of Duty. But there are games that one has that the other one doesn't, like PS4 has MLB The Show, unlike Xbox. On both, you can talk to your friends, can stream Netflix and watch live TV. The price for both is $399, but prices can vary due to different stores and bundles. Game prices can go from $70 to $0.
All in all, the choice is up to you whether graphics is important or the amount of games you can play. Back to you, Amy.
Have you heard about the uprise in scrunchies lately? They're becoming really trendy.
They are. I did a story on popular trends. Let's take a look at it.
I'm Bristol, and I'm doing a soft news story. A soft news story is a less serious kind of story. My story today will be on popular trends at the moment. You may know about bath bombs, but do you know about shower bombs? Lush is now making them. To use them, place it in a dry area of your shower. Sprinkle a little water on the bomb with your hand, and it will start to react. It works just like a bath bomb. Another popular trend at the moment is Starbucks' newest drink, the Juniper Latte. The drink features a hint of juniper and sage, an evergreen aroma with citrus notes. However, it is getting some mixed reviews, such as, it tastes like dirt, to, it's like a walk in the forest. The last popular trend I'm going to talk about is the surprise Pikachu meme. It is referring to one of the episodes in the Pokemon anime where Pikachu has his mouth wide open. Ever since the photo was found, there have been making tons of memes on Twitter. Here are some of my personal favorites. My story on popular trends. Back to you, anchors.
What are you thinking about, Bristol?
I'm thinking about people who have little to no money are just freezing during the wintertime.
That's what the anti-Grinch campaign is all about. Let's get some more details about it from Tegan.
Good morning, Eagles. My name's Tegan from Third Hour Broadcasting, and today I'm going to talk about the anti-Grinch campaign and what events are planned for the next few weeks.
The anti-Grinch campaign has included a variety of who-like activities. Just before Thanksgiving break, we all worked on Canstruction. Canstruction was where the whole school worked on making a model out of cans with their advisory as a way to raise money for those in need. There are many different cool ideas. We also did Coins for Christmas, a silent auction, and more recently, Candygrams. We have one more silent auction and movie day coming up.
Those are the events the anti-Grinch campaign has planned out for the next couple weeks. Thanks for watching. Back to you, Amy.
I feel better now.
Did you hear about the kitten who got frozen solid?
I'm sorry, but what now?
Well, Haley did a story on it.
Good morning, Eagles. Today we will be talking about something very serious.
What's up, Eagles? I'm Haley Haberlack from the Eagle News Third Hour, and today I have a soft news story for you that will blow your mind. My soft news story for you today will be on how a kitten came back from being frozen solid, like catsicle frozen solid. It was November in Gardner City, Utah, and they had just gotten a foot of snow. A family staying in their vacation home was so excited for the snow. The kids ran outside to play but stopped on the porch. There was a small kitten several feet away from the front porch, frozen solid. They called for their mother and uncle, who scooped up the kitten and brought him inside. The kitten wasn't dead. Their Uncle Brandon immediately went to the fireplace and held the kitten close. His brother Justin then wrapped the kitten in a warm towel and started to give the kitten CPR, having taken multiple veterinary classes. He gave the feline CPR for about an hour before the family put him in a cardboard box with a warm towel. They then had the idea to drop small pieces of food in front of the kitten's mouth, seeing if the food will stir some kind of response. The family kept dropping food in front of the kitten's mouth, but the feline lay near motionless in the box, until the kitten suddenly opened his eyes and started to squirm around. When he got better, one of the family's cousins decided to adopt him. They named him Lazarus. You would think Lazarus would be scared of the snow, but not long after his recovery, he was out conquering the fluffy white stuff again.
Thanks for watching this awesome video. I'll see you on the next broadcast. Claws out.
Are you good at spelling?
Well, I was in the spelling bee.
Did you win?
No.
I'm sure you tried your best. Jackson's doing a story on that. Let's go watch it.
Good morning, Eagles. I'm Jax from the Eagle News Third Hour. Today I'll be doing a hard story, which means a serious matter or subject. I'll be talking about the spelling bee, telling you when and where it was, the winner, and I'll be asking some questions about it. The spelling bee was on November 19th in the large group room. There were 9 participants. Ashlyn Pershing was the winner and will represent our school in February at the regional spelling bee at the Woodneath Mid-Continent Library. Now let's see if a few students can spell some words. Okay, can you spell accommodate?
ACOMMADATE.
No. Spell coincidence.
Coincidence. COINDENCE. Coincidence.
That's not correct. Spell maintenance.
Maintenance. MAINTENANCE.
Correct.
Let's go.
There were some answered questions for the spelling bee. Thanks for watching my story and send it back to the anchors.
Do you know what Sydney and Sophia are doing for their story? Not exactly. Let's head over to them.
Good morning, Eagles. I'm Sophia from the Eagle News Third Hour, and today I'll be telling you a hard story on politics. A hard news story is a story of serious nature or time-sensitive information, and I'll be interviewing Mr. Willett on George H.W. Bush. Remember about George H.W. Bush?
I'm old, so I remember when he was in office. I actually remember quite a few things about him, actually. A couple of the main things I remember, it was during his presidency that we fought in the Persian Gulf War, when Iraq invaded Kuwait, their neighbor, and was seizing oil and things like that, and actually burned the fields. And so we had a big environmental disaster, and then we ended up actually going to war over it in the Persian Gulf War. So I remember that. I remember that he was very instrumental in the Americans with Disability Act, the ADA Act, which provides access to anybody with disabilities to all equal access to be able to participate and be involved in things. So I know that was a big part of his presidency. And some various legislation and things like that.
What was his presidency known for?
Well, I'd say probably the two things that I just said would probably be a couple of his top ones, probably the Persian Gulf War and how he dealt with that. And then the second part would be, I would say probably as far as legislation that was passed, the ADA Act.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome very much.
George H.W. Bush was the 41st President of the United States. He was both father and grandfather. He had 17 grown children, 7 children, and 2 great-grandchildren. He was president for 2 terms from 1981 to 1989, and he recently died of vascular Parkinson's.
Good morning, Eagles. I'm Sydney from the Eagle News Third Hour, and today I'll be telling you a hard story on the PLTW night. Some details about the night that I will be telling you are which grade levels were there, an interview with one of the teachers, and what the students created.
PLTW stands for Project Lead the Way. The grade levels that were at the night were kindergarten through 12th grade. Now we're going to go ask Mr. Bowman some questions about the night.
Why is PLTW important?
PLTW is important because a few years back there was a shortage on engineers and people being able to finish engineering school. So they put this program in place in the schools to kind of get kids involved with engineering.
What did the students create on the PLTW night?
On PLTW night we had a range of different activities, all the way from robotics. We had some elementary kids there showing off what they've been doing in their med detectives class and stuff like that. We also had some problem solving activities. We had courses for kids to run robots through and things like that. So it's just kind of showing off all the projects they've been working on throughout the year.
What was the purpose of the night?
The purpose of the night was to kind of get the community involved and let them see what we do in our programs. Also allow the parents to see what their kids have been working on and just kind of show the younger kids, like the elementary kids, what we offer in the middle school, and then show our middle school kids kind of what the high school is doing, just to kind of help build numbers and things like that throughout our program.
What were some of the outcomes?
Some of the outcomes were there was a great buzz. We had some colleges there actually that offer engineering degrees, and some of the high school kids got to go talk with them and meet with them. The community was very supportive of what we were doing, and the kids I think had a really good time seeing what was going on and had a lot of fun doing the activities.
Thank you for watching my story on the PLTW night.
Back to you, anchors.
Who are we forgetting? I don't know.
Callan! How did we forget about Callan?
Hey Eagles, I'm Callan from Eagle News 3rd Hour Broadcasting. Today we're going to talk about Elon Musk, the creator of SpaceX and the CEO of Tesla Motors. Today you will learn about his net worth, why he made Tesla, and what people think of Elon Musk.
So first off, we're going to talk about Elon Musk and who he is. So Elon Musk is a technology entrepreneur, investor, and engineer. He is the CEO and lead designer of SpaceX, co-founder, CEO, and product architect of Tesla. He's also the co-founder of PayPal, and he's helped design and create many more things. Now we're going to talk about his net worth. Right now, Elon Musk has accumulated $22.3 billion. That's a lot of money. Now we're going to talk about Tesla Motors and how it came to be. In 2008, Elon Musk, Martin something, J.B. Straubel, Mark Tarpenning, and Ian Wright all came together to make the first car of Tesla. Over the 10 years that Tesla has been here, it's accumulated over $2 billion. Now let's go see what people think of Elon Musk and Tesla Motors.
Do you know who Elon Musk is?
Yeah, he created Tesla.
Do you like Elon Musk?
Mm-hmm.
And do you like Tesla?
Yeah.
Why?
Because the cars are super cool.
Alright, thanks. Do you know who Elon Musk is?
No.
Alright, let me show you who he is. Now knowing who he is, do you like Elon Musk?
Yes.
Do you like Tesla?
Oh, yes.
Why?
Because I want one. Because they're pretty.
Do you know who Elon Musk is?
No.
Alright, let me tell you. Now knowing who he is, do you like him?
I guess. I don't know.
Do you like Tesla?
I don't know. Like, I forget what they made, but like I've heard of the company.
Tesla made cars.
Oh yeah.
Do you like Tesla cars?
They're okay.
Why?
I don't know.
Okay, thank you. I hope you enjoyed this video on Elon Musk. Back to you, anchors.
Hi, South Valley. I'm Olivia.
I'm Lily.
And I'm Caitlin, and we are from Stugo here at South Valley. We're here to inform you about some fun upcoming events.
Are you going to that movie after school on December 19th?
Home Alone? I love Home Alone.
And I can't believe they're selling popcorn, candy canes, and hot chocolate for only $1 a piece.
No way.
Wow! And make sure you pick up your permission slips on Miss Lindsay's room. They're only $3 for a ticket. So, yeah.
And also, isn't the money going to adopt a family?
Oh, yeah, that's so cool. And so, we need more people to come because then we'll have more money to donate for Adopt a Family.
Oh, hey guys, I didn't see you there.
Oh, hi, McKenna.
Hi.
Have you got a candy cane grant?
I have.
They're for Adopted Family.
What's Adopt a Family?
Adopted families where you buy a family their stuff for Christmas.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah, bye.
Bye, guys.
Oh, hey guys. Oh, hi. Have you bought a candy cane grant?
No.
Oh, well, you should buy one.
Where do you sell them?
Miss Kirby's desk.
Old desk.
Old desk.
At what time?
During advisory and winter.
How much are they?
50 cents.
So I can buy as many candy canes as I want?
Yes.
Cool. Okay, bye. We're going to the movies December 19th after school in the large construction room. And it's $3 to get in, and the permission slip is in room 208 in Miss Lundy's room. The movie showing is Home Alone. Both the movies and the candy cane grants are going to Adopt a Family.
You do realize at the end of the broadcast, right?
Oh. Well,
bye!